My name is Kenneth Bird. I'm the creator of Supreme Ambient Light Rejection Screen Paint using ambient light rejection technology gain. Kind of joked around a little bit about making a purple screen paint just out of fun and curiosity just to see if it could be done using the exact same coating that we developed with the blue. So there's the blue right there. Next room. I was kind of curious, like, is it possible to make purple screen paint? Now, the reason why I decided to make a purple screen paint, because right now I'm doing a lot of research in projector mapping. And I noticed that when I was watching these videos with projector mapping, that some of the art forms that they were actually designing, these 3D, these boxes that they were using, things they were using, sculptures and stuff, even when the projector hit it, the image just seems a bit pale. So what can I do to basically advance it a little bit better? So, like I said, this is just an experiment. It's no solid foundation, nothing at all. I don't know how it's going to react until I get my equipment here, because I did order a projector that does that mapping. But there's the contrast levels on the screen. I know some of you may be thinking, like, that's not purple. All right.
Well, this may take a lot more hunting to find the right spot.
Okay.
Because these
I'm gonna step my chair.
here have such a feature.
It's purple.
It's a big line.
Purple projection screen.
There's not a lot of wood around to build these around. These are all softwood trees, some pretty big ones. And
Now,
I don't want to chop
thinking better for 3D effects or something like that. I don't know. Just something, just out of curiosity, to see exactly what I could get away with, since we now have this coating that allows blue screens to read color. So just curious to see what this thing could do. Where is my stand at? Where's my stand? Now, like I said, I'm not going to get into the field of customizing screens, so we can have different colors to match interiors. Maybe somewhere in the future that might be a possibility. So you have to understand, this is how the concept works. Even though the screen is a different color, there is a chemical within the color that basically allows the projector to read colors. All right, so let's put it this way. Now, like I said, this is just off the top of the head to see if we can get another brutal color to be able to produce, but this is all test. This is all test and trial. Some people feel that when I do test and trial that it's supposed to be perfect from the door. No, it's test and trial. I'm expecting to see flaws in this technology, which will allow me to be able to fix whatever needs to be fixed.
We are going to have some interesting videos coming.
All right.
Major storms out there. No snow. Oh, I can't wait. Hopefully no snow.
And so far it's producing bright yellows and blues and greens. That's what I need to see, because if everything came out purple, then it would be a problem. But if I'm seeing like the reds are purplish, the yellows are purplish, the blues are purplish, and so forth, then I would know there's a problem. So the reason why we do this is because, as I told you before, we have a formula that we develop that allows the screen to read the projector's color. And for people out there saying, oh, that's not possible, that screen's purple. The other one in the room is blue. So you explain it. But I sure would like to see somebody paint this screen purple and see what happens, because, man, the results of that is going to be brutal. So with that being said, with the formula we developed, which we're not going to tell you what the name of it is, how it was designed, how it was made, it just basically gives the screen the ability to be able to read color. So now I'm not going to mention any colors, because then if I mention a color, it's going to plague me. Then I'm going to have to design it, and then it'll be, here we go.
once we get those shelters built, we'll be almost into springtime. So there's things to offer people. So once those are all done, we should be able to really have some good camping going here in the summertime. So thanks for walking down. Get myself in. I'll put something up there so you can notice just like this.
And I was some saying, well, the white wall is whiter than the purple screen. Again, listen to yourself when you think that. The screen is purple. The wall is white. As I told you before in demonstrations, nothing's going to produce a higher white level than a white wall or white screen. I don't know why I got to keep saying that over and over and over again. People can understand that for some reason. I'm like a freak. This is the whole point of the demonstration. The purple screen is showing a white level. Not a purple whitish level, a white level.
So with that extreme weather, I'm actually going to hunker down tonight in a...
So what would this be used for? 3D projector mapping. No, it will never ever be sold as a screen paint form. What's the point of selling you a purple screen? For what? It's designed for art, for basically 3D mapping. That's what it's for. There'll be a spray-on version too for glass. So since I'm in the business of basically purchasing the hardware needed for 3D projection, I thought I would basically design a screen paint for it.
That was kind of cool. I ran into a subscriber here. He was honking at me. Yeah, he's moving like it should give us some insulation in here. And I know this is not a typical normal camping video, so all days ahead of time. But I did rotate through a stealth one and a strange one and a project build.
Now you see how white that level is for a screen? That is purple.
Be patient if you're not into this sort of thing, but
yeah, that looks absolutely amazing.
We'll get these.
See how the reds are reds, the blues are blues.
We'll get this whole thing set. I got these little ceramic bar magnets, and I'm trying to use them to hold this on. They're not all that strong, but when there's a will, there's a way. Pinch these in.
And the contrast levels are beautiful.
This will be some nice, good insulation, and it'll help block out a lot of the front of the cap, so that we can see the hunger and depth that's going on here. Got some of it set up here. It's actually working out fairly good. I haven't closed off this panel here yet because the engine room that's letting some heat through. And this one I'll close off a little later.
I'm gonna go back to that one again.
To get in and out. Unfortunately, they don't have a little door between the front and back. So it's gonna work. I'm gonna move on to a different location.
Look at that.
And get this more permanently set up.
Purple.
We're gonna scope for
So yeah,
a spot to set this up.
screens can recolor if you have the proper technology. It is possible. Which means I can now change the surface to any color I want and that screen will recolor. Down to the pink lips, the skin tones, the white color. I look at the eyes.
But there's no thrill in this if you're allowed to just park at Walmart. So I'm going to show you a few other potential areas that are always good.
Oh, this changes a lot. A great deal. A lot.
And, you know, I've known people that I don't know in person, but I've heard people that will rent a van like this and take it on vacation like an RV. You know, you get a big one and throw a full bed in the back and get it all set up. And it costs a fraction of renting an RV. And you have an awful lot of space close. So that's, I know I'm not the first person to do this either. So I'm just very...
We'll be doing a paint and dry demonstration tomorrow to show you us painting the purple screen or screen paint or whatever for design. But keep in mind, this has no purpose for home theater. Like I said, this is going to be designed for 3D mapping applications only. So in order for me to basically show off what this stuff could really do, I'm going to have to basically get my equipment here, like I said, to start that next project.
So this is going to really stick out. And these are patrolled areas, extremely patrolled. And for some of these bands, just give off that purplish and home vibe. So we're gonna move on to where somebody may be actually using this.
So now people are thinking like, oh, now it's purple. What's going to be next? Whatever I choose it to be. That's the cool thing about technology. You can always change it any way you want to. Once you figure out exactly the stair steps on how it all clicks, it's pretty much, now we can just change it any way you want. That blue screen was the foundation for basically having screens that we can change colors on now and get them to produce natural, beautiful colors. So who knows? Maybe one day you might be to have something to match the interior of your whatchamacallit. I mean, you got people that are Eagles fans. I had somebody who's an Eagles fan that's going to give me $2,000 to design a green screen for his Eagles setup in his man cave. That's what he wanted. $2,000. So he can have a Eagles green color screen and his gaming and his man cave. Who knows? Ain't a bad idea. Green.
I have found a spot in a lot of houses here. Apartment buildings right back there. Empty lots, houses for sale, houses sold. So that's awesome. I'm gonna park right here beside the vacant lot. And I'm gonna get out of the car, go into that, it's all blacked out, but once this traffic subsides, people driving around, make that a little more comfortable. Allows us to stay in the back.
We're gonna have to paint a much bigger screen. So tomorrow we'll do a big piece of styrofoam. We'll paint over that because I don't feel like doing it right now. Quite frankly, I'm tired. I've had orders coming today and I had a long day, so I'll probably do it tomorrow. Let's do, let me see.
Should make a world of difference. The inside is pretty much insulated. That should definitely help. I don't have a reading on the temperature yet, but I'll get one fairly soon here. We're running Mr. Buddy here.
And it produces contrast. That's interesting. That's real interesting. Okay.
That'll get some warmth going fairly quickly. I put down this mat from home so that I don't cause any problems with the rubber coating on here because I got the all insurance special on this guy, but it still is $150 deductible. And I don't need that type of stuff. So.
Ooh, now that's interesting. That is beautiful.
We actually have trouble vaporizing, so you could pretty much at -44, you could spill it out of there and it wouldn't evaporate.
This is going to ruffle a lot of feathers. A lot of people are going to be ticked off and don't care.
Because otherwise it won't work at all. And you can see
Because projection screens are supposed to be white and gray, right? No, they don't have to be.
But I have the light here running off of the power pack. And make sure my olive oil.
These new color screens produce contrast levels, bright levels. The colors pop.
I have a thermometer tonight, so we're going to see what the temperatures are like inside and outside. And
This is why all these color screens will be locked down under patent pendings. Every last one of them.
you can't really get in and out and take a peek.
None of this will ever. It's going to hit the market, but it's going to be locked.
I'm going to go outside and take a peek.
Look at the red levels on. Look at the whites. Look at all that. Man. Purple. Yeah. Gotta run the PS4 on this. This is what I have to see.
So, take a peek outside, and this is neat. I think it's the aspect that probably it's frowned upon, but I didn't see anywhere in the rules on the fine print of renting this thing that you can't camp in it. And
So that's blue.
We'll battle the elements tonight to see how it goes. So there's some light coming through. I'll put on another blanket. That should help.
Red.
First walking
This one's the oddest color I can possibly think of that pretty much should not show up at all. Ooh. What about brown? It'd be interesting to see a purple screen produce brown. Do they even have a brown screen?
Down as low as possible.
It's pretty
I'm
green.
dressed for this despite how it looks. I've got a couple layers of thermal pants on, a bunch of...
Cool, we gotta do this right here.
Yeah, we're running into heat problems. I think it's a vaporization issue because this cylinder is having some issues, and so is this. So
Let's pull up, oh, orange.
see if we can get this back in business. Say, I'm gonna keep working at this and
Orange,
hopefully get the
screensaver.
real warmed up. I was trying to avoid all the frost on the windows in the morning and all the inevitable ice buildup because there's no insulation, but we're gonna have to keep this thing up for anything for me to work properly. Okay, so we got that
Let's
fixed
go
up.
with,
There's two regulators.
doing purple. Screen's already purple, so I don't know how that would even react.
There could be ice buildup in there or that type of thing, so we'll have to
Ooh,
take a
let's
look
do
at
this one
that.
right here. This is pretty cool.
Carbon monoxide alarm, never leave home without it. Great for camping. And we gotta start cooking some food here. This is my butane stove. It's probably the worst thing I could be using because butane doesn't like to blow unless it's above zero. It's warming up a fair bit. It seems to work. So that's good. And my olive oil, I'm gonna get the spider before the oil's completely solid. So touch of olive oil. I'm throwing in some stewing pork today. Not beef for once. Beef. And as you can see, there's never any need for a cooler or ice or anything out here. This has just been from sitting in here against the wall. It goes up on me. Right. And we'll get into the rest of this. Look it down with that. So while that's cooking, I'm going to enjoy my step 2 today. And in the vehicle, just having one, and I'm getting this empty.
Well, it works. Okay. So just so you don't think that you're just looking at the container and not the product, I'll pour some of it out. I don't have to pour any of it out. Let me just show you right here. All right. So this is technology right here. As you can see, it is purple. So now we have a coating that basically will allow the screen to recolor, which means we can change our screens to any color we want, whether it be blue, purple, who knows what other colors we can change it to. And that chemical that's in there, that special chemical, will allow that projector to be able to produce color and do all that purple. That's just technology. There we go. Lost you for a minute. So my sister says, "Oh no, you're absolutely crazy. That's not even possible." Right there. You allow to read contrast, white levels.
Let those cook up, and then it'll be on to the next part of it. It's these things, honey garlic angles from the side sort of thing. So it'll form together like a nice half of it.
come over here because this is the, okay, hold on for a minute. I can let that one play. No, you guys stand right there. That's a licensed show. I can't show you. There we go. So there's the blue screen right there. I like to have a little border on it. That's blue technology right there on the PS4. You have no idea how this looks, man. It looks absolutely complete madness, man. I love it. Look how the blues push off that screen. Oh, I can't wait for y'all to have it. I really can't. I can't wait for you to have it. If you're going to be doing the PS5 or the Xbox series, that's what you need to go with. That stuff is incredible. Oh, wait. Other video showing real quick. On the purple screen, I want to show off some colorful fish. So you can see that the purple screen is reading color. Don't get me wrong, I was a little bit freaked out when I first painted this stuff, going thinking like purple kind of pushing it a little bit too much. But once we reached that one, I wonder what else we could do with it. But I'm going to be using this for 3D mapping. That's what I'm using it for.
It's cooked up nicely. You can see how
To show you first the purple on the freaking blue. Blue technology. A blue screen that can read green and orange. Swing you back and forth. So yeah, as for the Crow Boys and Jamie, we're on a different level now. We don't even care anymore. You couldn't even follow us if you wanted to. We're on a whole nother level now. This is all new different territory now. And I've gotten inquiries from companies that are interested now in this new technology we're working on. So as for the black technology, keep in mind, we're always going to be fans of. I love black technology and we'll continue to develop black and technology. But as for that white and gray screens on it, that's behind us. And that's nothing now, no more. Now after seeing what this stuff can do, that's considered old technology. And you'll see, when the patents are all finalized for this stuff, everything's done, everything's in order, and we can start getting this onto the website, you'll see. You'll never go back to a gray screen ever again. A gray screen, white, no. The only difference between this technology and black technology, as I said before, are black screens are the only screens that have the ability to produce 100% contrast level. So keep in mind, I'm a big contrast fan, so my screen upstairs will remain black because I am a huge fan of black. But other than this blue technology, whoo, you have no idea. How blue is the screen? That screen is blue. I had somebody who came by and they were staring at it and they were like, what is that? Some kind of like blue abstract art or something? I was like, no, it's a screen. Came in to install my service for me to upgrade my speed because eventually this whole entire thing is 3D mapping. Oh man, it's a whole nother level of stuff, man, that I had no idea. I had to invest a lot of money, not a lot of money, but a good amount of money into it. Whew, man, it's actually, I found something that would actually allow me to be able to do it on a much quicker level. And it's a good thing I do have multiple projectors here because it does require a 1080p projector, and then you have to have a pretty good computer. So then I'm going to build me a computer because I want certain parts in there. I don't want to go in there and buy a computer and then get parts in there I don't want, and then got to pull those parts out. Put better parts in there, might just build it myself. Then I know exactly what I'm getting, and I can actually jump my specs on my own machine because I'll be building it myself. And then there's a whole lot of stuff I got to buy. But other than that, by next month, I should have my whole entire setup for 3D mapping. And then we'll start applying those colors onto it, those different colors, which are designed in these different screen paints. This one right here is going to be particularly used for 3D mapping, definitely. Because what they'll do, I saw one, they just did a whole entire room, they just painted the entire room gray. And I was like, ugh. The colors were nice, but they weren't popping on the level they should have been popping on. But this new stuff we're working on, this is going to make things interesting. Now, if we're able to master all the colors, not saying all the colors, but the basic colors, can you imagine you painting abstract art or something and you could hit it with that 3D map and that stuff would blend, the colors would actually show the way it's supposed to show, not washed out, not bland? Because if you basically flash an image off a cardboard box, it's only going to look so good. That's it. So there's stages that we're building on that, like I said, I couldn't care less what you know who is building. We don't care. We don't care at all, period. Blah. And with this stuff being patented and locked in, I wish you would touch it. I really wish you would. I'm going to say that personally. I wish you would touch it. I'm hoping you do. I really am. I spend a lot of money for these patents on this technology. I wish you would help me touch it. Because there's going to be no freaking YouTube backlash. It's going to be my attorney contacting you at your address. That's what it's going to be. I mean, none of that none of that video this, video that, none of that. It's going to be an attorney contacting you, explaining to you the repercussions that you've gotten yourself into, and what you need to do is to get yourself an attorney. So I'm not going to play with people on this. That new technology we're developing, that sun killer, that screen that took the direct hit, that's being patented right now. All that, everything we've basically been showing off, it's all getting locked down. This stuff right here, this is play around stuff. This is stuff we're developing. We don't mind with this stuff right here, you know what I mean? The fact that you have to understand, reversing engineering technology is a nightmare. People don't know that. I was working at one company, actually when a company had us come down there, we were showing them off the screen paint we're making, NDAs we're signing, all this stuff, blah, 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 blah. And he was telling us, I said, well, look, you could easily just skip the NDA and just go, you got the money. You just go in and just reverse engineer my technology. And he said, it's not as easy as you think it is, because what we're going to do is, you have to understand, when we make a product, it becomes a recipe. So in that recipe, imagine if you have like 4 different ingredients, and those 4 different ingredients belong to 4 different companies, and those 4 different companies have pretty much patent and copyright protection on their stuff, right? But what changes that is the fact that you're taking their ingredients and you're mixing something else, but actually changes that product into something else. And that allows you to be able to go in and basically add in patent to it. It's like if you know about music, every other note or an artist, you know the whole story behind it. So when you actually apply for it, you have to show that yours is basically as far away from theirs as possible. All right. So with that being said, in order for a company to come in and to reverse engineer something, that means they would have to take every last product that makes up that product, and they would have to break it down and figure out exactly what's in it that makes that particular element. That's a freaking nightmare. So that's why they don't even bother with it. They'd rather just sign the contract, pay out the money, than go through that freaking rigorous nightmare. And then keep in mind, once you break it down, then you got to figure out how it's put together, because it might not be put together as putting this and that together. There may be a recipe of putting a little bit of that, a little bit of this and that. You put too much in it, you could basically damage the product. And this is how this stuff is coded, because it isn't as easy as taking a splash of this and a splash of that. There are different levels of elements that have to be combined together in order to make one element to actually combine to another element in order for that to marry correctly together. If you can figure that out. You mess it up, you mess it up. So that's why it's better for them to basically just go in and just, let's say bring in a scientist or some kind of chemist, and he could basically just break down the entire ingredients and just build it physically from the ground up, which that means every element that goes into that making that particular product, they would have to go in and they would have to rebuild it from scratch. That's another nightmare. So since this stuff has a special coating, that's what the trademark secret is for. That's another form of protection that the coating will have on top of it. Because that ingredient itself would be under a trademark secret. Whew. Man, the worst of it, I don't understand anything about law, so I had to hire me an attorney to read through all the paperwork that I can't understand. Because when it gets to that stuff, I'm like, and and that's money. I have to pay for an attorney to go in and read all that paperwork and explain it back to me in the best way possible that I can actually understand it. And then there'll be copyrights, because this stuff will have a different name. It will not be named under Supreme. It will have a different name. So that's what the copyrights are going to be for. So just giving someone a fair warning, whether you crow boys like it or not. There's going to be no video retaliation. It'll be my attorney contacting him, because then you would have violated a patent pending or copyright. Okay, well, I'm happy with this stuff. We'll do a roll-on tomorrow morning on some styrofoam, a larger sheet, and throw it up. Boom. We're not going to do any testing on this. There's no point. It's not going to be coming out until the paperwork is done. So we're just going to show it on a larger scale. That's basically about it. Yeah, just going to paint it in. All right. I'm tired of even hearing myself speak right now. I want to sit down and just relax. That's what I'm supposed to be doing today anyway. All right. Thank you all. You have a wonderful day. Thank you for taking the time to come in and watch. You know what I mean? I really appreciate all that. We have no reason to mention Crow Boys anymore. Don't care. Like I said, we're on a different level now. So, you know, whatever. You know, I'm just going to go. I got work to do. I got to go back and do a ton of freaking research on this computer I got to put together now for this freaking projector and software that's coming in. So, yeah, we don't really care about your comments or whatever you say, because, like I said, the level we're on, you can't even touch it. You just can't. It's a purple screen reading color. This is going to be so much fun. You have no idea. You have no idea what stuff we're working on. It is going to be so much fun. All right, I got to go. God bless.